We are on Calhoun Coulee. As I mentioned in the earlier segment, the right wing with its 3 companies were actually positioned on Calhoun Hill, which is to the east here and out of sight. Company L in the skirmish line battling the Indians to the south, while Company C and I remained in the reserve east of Battle Ridge here behind the skirmishers. The Indians at this point were crossing at Medicine Tail Ford, moving up Deep Coulee and trying to engage the skirmishers up on the hill. But as time went on, more and more Indians crossed the river and began to take up positions to the west here, especially along this ridge here, which is Greasy Grass Ridge. Many more infiltrated the Coulee, which is right in front of the ridge here, the low ground. And as I swing around, you can really see better here. This is Calhoun Coulee. And basically what they did was they got into this coulee, they infiltrated, and they started to move east up toward the skirmishers. So basically they're coming up on the Company L skirmish line on the right flank. Well, this was beginning to become an untenable situation for the right wing, the skirmish line on Calhoun Hill, so Captain Keogh effected to have an offensive maneuver, and he sent Company C out of the right wing reserve east of Battle Ridge, moved them over the ridge here, and had them charge down into Calhoun Coulee to flush out these Indians and push them back. And Company C, commanded by Henry Moore Harrington, did just that. They came down. The Indians that weren't killed ran down the coulee again, and others ran back toward Greasy Grass Ridge here. And the cavalry dismounted, formed a skirmish line with an intent to hold the area. At this point, though, the skirmishers were pretty close to the warriors here on Greasy Grass Ridge, and among them were Lame White Man and Comes in Sight, and Contrary Belly and Turtle Ribs, and they decided to start shooting at these soldiers in the coulee here because they were closer. Also, the soldiers are about 80 feet below the warriors' position, which is higher up on Greasy Grass Ridge. Lame White Man, who was the oldest warrior in the area, suggested to the other warriors around him that they actually attack the soldiers in Calhoun Coulee since they were so exposed. And the warriors apparently felt that that was a good idea because they did charge off the ridge here, attack into Calhoun Coulee, and several men were killed. As you can see right in front of us, we do have 4 memorial markers representing soldiers that were killed. The line obviously was taking fire. A couple deaths have occurred, and the warriors, now emboldened by this, especially the warriors that are down by the trees there, actually come back up through Calhoun Coulee on the right flank of the Company C skirmish line and begin to threaten that portion of the line. The soldiers begin to sidestep to their left, and what they end up doing is they run toward where I'm standing here on the Park Road to get away from the Indians, because they're facing Indians on the right and they're facing Indians in front at Greasy Grass Ridge. And what they begin to do is what I'm doing. They begin to retreat back in confusion. They lose their horses, so many are on foot now, and they're basically trying to retreat back towards safety. And the safety that they're retreating to is Company L, the skirmish line up on Calhoun Hill. So that's basically what's going on right now. The Calhoun Coulee episode is over. The soldiers are falling back, trying to reorganize. And now we'll move up to the next ridge, the Calhoun Ridge sector, and we will discuss that episode.